welcome to EmergeTech 2024 Pune chapter hosted by CIO News. Today we have with us Mr. Suvadip Basu. He is the Head of Technology at Tata Play Fiber. Sir, thank you so much for joining us today. I would like to ask you the very first question. How has your experience been so far at EmergeTech?
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful experience. As far as I'm concerned, I was able to learn a lot of new things, what is going on in the industry, especially in the cybersecurity domain, what Kaspersky person had said, and also Crayon. They have given us very nice insights, and obviously a lot of information I'm carrying forward from here, which I'll be definitely using in my organization in order to ensure cybersecurity or whatever advice I have to give. So it was really amazing experience.
Thank you so much. And because you highlighted on cybersecurity, on the same lines, the technology is evolving and so are cyber risk and threats. I would like to understand what is your take, when it comes to implementation of security plan.
Implementation of security plan is now a very critical function of any organization, because there are cyber threats, there are these DDoS attacks, there's this man-in-the-middle attacks, brute force attacks. This keeps on happening, and so we have to be vigilant, and that's why the CISO role in the organization has become more important now. I mean, even over and above the IT head or the CIO, the CISO becomes very important, because CISO becomes and his team becomes like the protectors. So it is very, very important to make sure that all the systems are secure, your data which is there, that is secure. And I think if you ask me, there are two aspects of it. One is definitely the data that you possess, the customer data or the company's data, the financial data. The other part is the running of operations of the company. So for example, if I look at my organization, I'm running the entire network from the NOC or the Nodal Operations Center. So obviously that needs to be secure. It will be a nightmare if somebody gets in the middle of it and disrupts my operation. So in both these aspects, security has become very important, and every organization has to look at it in a very important way, and they have to give it due importance.
Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful insights. I would also like to understand for you, given your expertise in IoT, cloud architecture, as well as telecom, how do you see Gen AI transforming these sectors, particularly in terms of customer engagement and experience?
Yeah, obviously Gen AI, there's a lot of expectation on Gen AI, so that they are going to transform. So, things like personalization, personalized products, you understand the customer's, requirements, and you customize the products for them. Then, things like chatbot, for example, the long queues at the call center, that please hold the line, wait for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So if you have a chatbot, that's a ready-made thing. You ask your question, the chatbot replies. And I think in today's scenario, at least 50% problems get solved through the chatbot if you are using that, rather than waiting in the long queues for the call center. So that is definitely transforming the life of the customer. So he or she is getting the solution in a much quicker manner. But the flip side of it is that still, as far as chatbots are concerned, they are still not equipped to deal with the complexity. So when the thing becomes a bit complex, a straightforward question or a straightforward solution can be given very easily by the chatbot. But when it becomes a bit complex, that time and if the customer is an irate customer, so for that, the chatbot or the Gen AI is not able to help at the moment, then you have to move back to the human intelligence. So there is that bridge which we need to build. So and I'm pretty sure that if we build up on this, definitely it's going to make the life of consumers easier, simpler also, and most importantly, they're going to get the solution that they desire to get. So yeah,
absolutely.
A lot of hope on it.
Fantastic.
Keeping fingers crossed.
Absolutely. And because you said there's this gap that needs to be, filled, I would like to understand, is it, the human touch that you're referring to when it comes to personalization of services?
Yeah, at times it is, because sometimes you need that human touch. Sometimes you need the the system to understand the emotion of the customer. If the customer is very much anxious, very much irate, so obviously that is where at present the chatbots of the world will fail. So there you need that human intervention, and especially if there's a complex task. If a person comes up with 2-3 issues, so as of today, what I see, the chatbot or the backend AI systems are trained to handle one issue at a time. So if the customer comes with 2-3 issues, for example, he's not received the refund, and then he wants to complain on some product. So 1 or 2 issues, if he's saying, so that at that point of time, probably that human touch is required, and especially managing the emotion of the customer. That is one area where definitely, Gen AI is now not equipped. That's what I feel. So that is where we have to work on. At least, I'm pretty sure that, even 20 years later also, it's not going to work fully, but at least if we can bridge that gap, that's going to be really a boon for the customer as well as for the organizations.
Rightly said so. And lastly, I would like to understand from you, with events like EmergeTech hosted by CIO News, what is your take when it comes to, there's a lot of exchange of insights, ideas and discussions. So how do you see how relevant these events are?
It's very relevant. I mean, for industry leaders, in fact, wherever you are in the industry, whichever level, every learning is important. So when you come here, when you meet people who have different expertise, things which you may not know, or things on which you are struggling to find information, and all of a sudden you come up and you get a gamut of people who know different things. So obviously it's a very big boon. It's a very big advantage for every person to know each other's concerns. And I'm pretty sure it's not about me only. The others who are also here, they will also carry some of the concerns that I have, and they are going to put that in their development and research, and definitely there. And in the end, things will improve, and that is what we desire.
Absolutely. And Mr. Basu, this has been an insightful discussion and inspirational as well.
Yeah, thank you so much.
The pleasure is totally ours, and I look forward to having more such conversations with you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.